Hey, what's up guys? My name is Midnight Strike 3625 and I am going to be reviewing another classic for you guys. And this is a more recent game, but it is a classic. It is still a golden classic because of its sheer excellence. Now, let me reveal the game to you. Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, the PS2 exclusive and masterpiece. Now, I say masterpiece just because of the raving reviews that it got and its sheer excellence, its sheer quality in just game design and mechanics and character development, plot execution. And while we're on the topic of the plot is executed just flawlessly. It begins in the here and now, the present day time, where you are Nathan Drake, a treasure hunter, and you're sitting on a train that is hanging off of a cliff in a frozen wasteland. You have no idea what happened, no idea what got you there, because even Drake's Fortune, the first game, didn't leave you on that cliffhanger. You have no idea what happened. So you are hanging off there, you just got shot, you're bleeding out, you have to fend for your life and climb up that train with what little strength you have left, which in the game actually you have a lot of strength, so that should be noted. So you're climbing up the train, and as soon as you run up that train, go for a little bit, you will pass out and you will flash back. So it begins in the here and now, and then you flash back, and then you just kind of move forward towards that moment in time. It's kind of like, you know, the kids movie The Emperor's New Groove, where it kind of begins with him out in the rain, and then he flashes back and tells how it all happened. It's just kind of like that plot device. I don't really know what it's called, but it is phenomenal. I just love how they execute it in this game, Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. Now, getting into the mechanics itself, it's kind of like Assassin's Creed with guns, moreover, a little bit. So you're climbing, you're jumping over things, it's a platforming game, combined with a little bit of third-person shooter elements. So it's really good on the shooting, and the sights, the reticles, are really small, but you can zoom in to kind of see where they're at. You can also play it stealthily, and it's also actually a little bit more beneficial to play it stealthily because you can sneak past all the enemies, or if you take them out, you know, non-lethally, just kind of, you know, I don't know, knock them out a little bit. It's a lot easier because you don't have to fight those oncoming waves of just people. Now, as soon as that flashback hits, you're just off on a sandy beach, you know, drinking whatever it is he's drinking, and this guy, Harry Flynn, comes up and approaches you with a contract that you would be able to do and get a little bit of money coming your way, you know? It's for a nutcase, and they're planning to overthrow and betray him. Now, another character is introduced here, Chloe Fraser, which turns out to be Nathan Drake's latest fling. Now, he had Elena Fisher in the first game, who was a reporter who got stranded on a deserted island with him filled with pirates. Now, replacing the pirates are these, I believe it's like they're Russian kind of terrorists, militia, militants, just kind of a rebel army with their own set of tanks and helicopters and whatnot, and they are a force to be reckoned with, especially because this nutcase being Zoran Lazarevich, and he is a power-hungry warlord who will stop at nothing to get what is known as the Chintamani Stone, which is found in the secret city of Shambhala. And this is the whole point of the game. This is what this entire game revolves around, is finding the lost city of Shambhala, or Shangri-La, if you will, to find this stone. So, you know, getting into it a little bit more, they are searching and scouring every temple, every city, every downed, abandoned hotel in hopes of finding the next clue, and this leads them into Nepal. So one of the best silent characters I've ever met is Tenzin. Now he is in Tibet, so he's Tibetan, and he lives in this little, you know, ragtag village. There's only one person that speaks English, and he's the head of the village, basically. So Tenzin doesn't speak to you at all, except for in his native language, and he's for the most part silent, and the way that Nathan Drake interacts with him is just kind of funny, to be honest. So once you get through all the climbing, through all the platforming, and through all of the amazing plot devices that are thrown your way, you get to Shangri-La, the lost city of Shambhala. And without giving away any spoilers, this is one of the only Uncharted games, actually it is the only Uncharted game, aside from Golden Abyss, I'm not sure, I haven't played it, with a traditional final boss. You actually face off with Zoran Lazarevich, and you overthrow him after he has the Chintamani Stone. So, no spoilers, I won't tell you what happens with that. That's just the whole plot, I suppose. But the gameplay mechanics are just top-notch. It feels really natural to go climbing around. You have to hit X in order to jump from side to side, so it feels a little bit more natural than Assassin's Creed, so it's got a little bit better climbing. Well, I suppose not better, but more so just different, I suppose. Both of these games are top-notch, but I don't know. With Uncharted 2, it just has all the more amazing plot devices. So, I don't know. I like Assassin's Creed, but I like Uncharted 2's just sheer excellence in the plot. And it just kept me going the entire time. And there's just really epic chases, really epic parts with the vehicles and the armored tanks and, you know, just everything. The armored helicopters. You even get to take down a helicopter with a giant grenade launcher. It's fun. It's fun as hell. So overall, like I said, I would probably give this game a perfect 10 out of 10. One of my favorite games of all time. I highly recommend it to anyone who hasn't played the Uncharted franchise. And it's just a fun time overall. And if you enjoy this game, go out and buy the first one. Go out and buy the second, or the third one. They actually, these two games with, here, wherever it is. I'll get the other two now. Okay. These two games these days come bundled together. So this is actually what the first Uncharted looks like. It was actually patched to have trophies because it came out before trophies were even thought of. So it now has trophies. These two games are packaged together. Go out and get them. And this game too. So this is another game, and they are just excellent. Just every single part of it, of this game, Uncharted 2. Now, the other games kind of have their little areas, and really the only thing that I can say against Uncharted 2, but it's not really anything that I would mark it down for, is the combat feels a bit sluggish or slow, but once you get used to it, it's no big deal. Once you go to Uncharted 3, however, where it's more fluid and has a little bit more quick time events and button mashing and such, it's really hard to overcome. So that's my only gripe with it, but it's still a perfect 10. It's still an amazing game. One of my favorites of all time, so that's basically all I have to say. This is Midnight Strike 3625. Thank you very much for watching. Go out and get this game, and keep calm and rock on.